wada tuondoya Gakubewada tuwoda kubewa Lokochi azumi yauchi sule Lokochi Lokochi azumi yauchi. So I went looking for fresh okra and I couldn't find. This season there might not be okra because our rains in Florida have not started. And then I went to Walmart. You guys know Great Value Walmart. I bought some okra. And you can see my blender. I'm going to be blending the okra because when you blend the okra, it creates more slime. Americans don't like slime. My children call it puke. But that's what makes okra soup interesting. So I'll be blending it. And then I made my stew already yesterday, so I wouldn't have to make stew. But I'll show you how I make the okra. So I blend it. I have some, where's my mushroom now? I have some mushroom. I'll show you step by step. You know, this is my okra. This is my fresh okra. So if you cannot get fresh okra, you can get frozen okra. It's just as cheap. A bag of this okra is less than $2. I think it was $1.50. So it's cheap to get the frozen okra. So I'm going to be blending it, okay? Come along with me. You see, this is the okra. I just beat it. I didn't make it smooth. See that? Of course, I had to turn off the machine because of the ice in the okra. It was going to make so much noise. But see, I just beat the okra down so I can get the, I guess the okra itself out of, you know, if not, okra would just be a vegetable. I was telling my friend Juma in Nigeria that in America they fry okra. And when they fry it, it takes away the slime. But in order to eat okra soup, we need to beat it to get the slime out of it. And so I just beat it a little bit with my machine. So I still have some okra in my machine. I'm going to be adding some onion into the machine. And since my crayfish is not blended, you know, powdered, I don't have the powdered crayfish. I have the whole crayfish. I'll be adding some crayfish. Now, crayfish is what makes, in fact, any soup in Nigeria. If you're cooking in Nigeria and there's no taste of crayfish, you haven't cooked. I'm going to be putting some crayfish. I already have some pepper in there. I have 1 clove of pepper. My children don't like pepper. So I'll be blending just a little bit the remaining part of the okra in the blender to help the crayfish and the pepper. And I add everything together. I have it in my pot. I have it in my pot and I'm going to be just cooking it. Because I already have stew, I'll just make some okra. Now the Yoruba people add potash to their okra. I don't know if it's to break the slime, I don't know, but I won't be adding anything. I just have my onion, crayfish, I have pepper in there, and that's it. And I'll bring it to a boil, you know, to a reasonable cooking level. And my okra will be ready. Because I already made my stew, and my stew already had all the sauce. You don't want it too spicy, too salty. One other thing I have is mushroom. So hold on. So you see, I like to add mushroom to my okra, Juma. You guys might not have mushroom in Nigeria. I got some mushroom. This is white mushroom. I'm adding some mushroom and shrimp. Like I said before, I already made my stew. So I'm going to be using stew to eat the okra. So I don't really have to add too much. So the mushroom and the shrimp are going to be my protein in the okra soup. As you can see, the okra is cooking in there. I'm just making a small pot for probably myself and my husband. Like I said, my children think that okra is too slimy and they don't like it. So this is just for the day's food. I will add some mushroom. It doesn't take too long for mushrooms and shrimp to cook. And if you see the shrimps are pre-boiled. You see that? Normally shrimp come looking dark, but when you see them pinkish in the store, you already pre-boiled it, parboiled it, or whatever. So I'm adding some shrimp into my okra. And of course my mushroom. Look at this. These are the protein in my. So my okra is going to be very nice, Juma. I don't know how you can challenge me. You know how you can challenge me in Nigeria? In Nigeria, you're going to be adding some. They have prawns, the dry ones. You might not get the fresh ones, which is shrimp too. Maybe pomo. I would like to see pomo in yours. Smoked, in bits. Maybe snail. But by the time my okra comes to a boil, I don't think I'll be adding any oil in it, because I already have oil in my stew, so I won't be adding more oil. But I'll let it come to a boil, okay? Thank you. I'll show you how it looks when it's cooked. I didn't add, well, maybe I add a pinch of salt and a pinch of, seasoning it, but I don't want too much because I already have it in my stew, like I said. All right, stay tuned. I'll be back. Okay, this is another hack I heard about America. This is a potato. Look at how big the potato is. I'm sure this potato is from Idaho. So big up to Idaho potato. And then I have some yams. These are smaller yams. I had some bigger yams. Look at this one growing in the house. But I heard that if you cut potato and yams and blend them and then, knead them in the fire like you're making fufu, or like you're making tuwo, tuwo. It will turn out looking like pounded yam. So I'm going to be peeling this and then blending them. And when I start kneading them, I will let you see. So this is, like I said, this is a big potato, Idaho potato. And I have some yam. So come along, let's see how it will work. Take a look at my soup. My soup is still cooking. I have it on low heat. I have it on very low heat because I don't want it to burn. I'm right here in the kitchen and I'm watching it. So I have my yams, and you see these are my potatoes. See, they have a different color. And the yams are white. So I have my yams and potato diced up. I'm going to be blending them. And then I will knead them on the stove to make pounded yam. This is the consistency of my yam. Look at that. I blended it very smooth. And surprisingly, I didn't add water. So yam has enough water in it, right? And the blenders here are very strong, so you don't need to add water. I didn't add any water to this yam. I have to now rinse my my blender cup so that I can get all my yam out of it. But this is it. Now, when we make, in America, people make pounded yam with the flour and they do it in the microwave. We add a little bit of oil in it to stop it from sticking. I have my oil here. I put oil in the oil container so I don't spill oil everywhere, because sometimes you fry pancake or something and you don't need too much of oil. So I normally put oil in a bottle, just a simple bottle. You get this bottle from the Dollar Tree for $1 or maybe 50 cents. I have to drop some oil in it so that it doesn't stick to the pan. I think this is gonna help me. I think so. This is groundnut oil. So I'm gonna be kneading it. Let me wash out my blender cup first. Hold on. So you see, guys, I'm gonna be kneading this. You see the way we do tuwo in Nigeria, or the way we do amala in Nigeria. So I blended my yam and my potato together, and I put a drop of oil in it to see if it will stop it from sticking. Maybe that will help me. But you see, it's already, I already see some lumps in it. It's already forming. I just have to be consistently doing this so that I don't have lumps in it, seeds, like we used to call it in Nigeria. But we'll see how fresh yam and potato blended will make pounded yam today. I'm learning to do, this is a new thing I'm learning today. It's working. Can you put the camera right in the pot? You see that, guys? It's getting thicker. Like I said, I didn't add no water to this paste when I was blending it. Yam and potato, originally have their water value in them. So I didn't have to add too much into it. It's getting thicker. It's working, guys, because I feel, I feel the formation at the bottom. The heat will generally have to completely heat it. Just like we make tuwo. Have you ever made tuwo chinkafa, tuwo masara? No. Tuwo, no. It will be tuwo, not chinkafa. The tuwo you make with guinea corn with the what now? Tuwo masara will be corn. Masara is corn. Tuwo njero. Or amala. But with amala, the water has to be hot. And then you pour it like you're making a camel. This one, I started with the... Okay, guys, let me knead this thing. Let me knead it. We'll come back. See, guys, it's working. Look at this. You see that? It's working. It's forming. This is yam and potato today. Look at that. You see that? Wow. So you can actually blend yam. You don't have to boil yam and then begin together. Because I see online now they have pounded yam makers. If you cannot afford that, this is old school. It really works. Look at that. Okay, let me give it a minute to cook. I'm going to put some water in it and cover it up so that I can cook very well. And then I will come back and knead it again. For me, guys, this looks like white amala. Honestly, for me, it looks like white amala. You see how it looks? Even the consistency is like white amala. You see? It's like white amala. So I'm going to be serving it. It's really soft like amala. It's like amala to me. Oh, I might have added too much water in it. It's sticky, but it's really soft. So guys, this is how my food came out. This is my okra. And then this is my yam. I blended my fresh yam and I made it, and it ended up looking like amala. This is my shrimp and my okra, my mushroom on my plate. So I would say bon appetit. Come eat the African way. Thank you.